welcome back to the SuperTuxPodcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Chocolate Shake.
Hello, I'm Whipped Cream. I am your other co-host.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about a global problem that is currently going on right now.
I love global problems.
Pretty sure everybody knows exactly what we're talking about.
If you don't, then how do you not?
Yeah, honestly, yes.
Because it's impossible.
Right, because, we're stuck inside because of it.
Right.
So
this epidemic, per se, is a virus that I don't think YouTube lets us say the name of because it's YouTube. And they're going to copyright strike us, even though we have no subscribers. But they, this is what I heard from Markiplier and Game Theory, so I'm just going to go with it. So we're not going to say the actual name, but it's a virus that is, really deadly to, I think, older people and maybe babies also. Mm-hmm. And it's, spreads really easily, so it's like the flu, but worse. And it's caused, literally every school anywhere to close. So we're out of school. And it's caused movie theaters and a bunch of places to just close to try to prevent the spread of it, which is good. But also, we're on quarantine now, which is boring. So here we are talking about it.
Right. And then not even just that, but it's honestly just been changing so much, even in terms of the economy, because since everyone's not out spending money and doing things, then that means businesses are losing money, which means that people aren't having to work, which means that they're starting to lose their jobs. And now I think now they made it easier to apply for unemployment, so then that way you can still at least get a check or something like that, since this is kind of a out of the blue thing that no one could have really prepared for.
Yeah.
So I just think it's kind of crazy but then cool at the same time that we're basically living through history right now.
True. This is definitely going to go down in the history books, and we get to talk about it. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of why we're making this episode, to talk about the virus and say, I guess, what it's like to live through a global epidemic like this. Because this hasn't happened in years. This hasn't happened in my parents' lifetime. Maybe not even my grandparents' lifetime. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I saw this one video to where basically the last big health scare epidemic, in a sense, basically was the swine flu, I think it was. Oh, wow. That was all the way back in, I think, 1918 or something, kind of ridiculous like that, to where maybe Miss Gottschalk was there, one of our teachers, but but none of us were there, and like you said, none of our parents or anything was there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that, I think, was the biggest one that actually killed the most people and was the most contagious. But this is still a pretty close second, and the fact that, like you said, it's shutting down everything. Public places have been completely shut down. Schools are being shut down right now. It's just a very different time to live in. But also, I think it's kind of interesting too, because since technology has evolved the way it has, we can still kind of continue life while still being inside. I don't know. What do you have on that?
Yeah, it's kind of weird to try to go to school, quote unquote, with just on a computer. Seeing your teacher through a computer screen and listening to them is kind of really weird, because it's like you're FaceTiming with a teacher, and that's not normal. But it's better than, it's better than it would have been 50 years ago when we didn't have any of this. You just wouldn't have been able to learn anything, which it's good that we can keep learning, but also the way we're trying to learn isn't my favorite, personally, because I don't really like learning through videos very much.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what it is, but I'd rather go to school because I get to actually see people, and I get lonely.
Yeah. And I guess that's kind of the main thing, is just it's kind of isolating everyone in a sense. But at the same time, I think that technology is helping to kind of alleviate that a little bit, because at least you can still stay in contact with people, even though it's not the same as seeing them every day in person, going to school. But it's a little bit okay, because even today, we just kind of started our online classes at school, and it was kind of interesting being able to see people's faces and stuff like that again, since there's 30 of us in the class where we were in earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty disorganized at this point, because literally nobody's ever done this. So we're just piecing it together as we go, the teachers and us alike. But I feel like we will figure it out eventually, and then we'll be ready for this kind of thing if it ever happens again. So that's one good thing.
Right. And actually, speaking of the online school, I was talking to somebody before who was saying that they kind of feel like school, or maybe was it college? Because he was specifically talking about college, because like the high schools and elementary schools, those weren't called off yet. It was just colleges at the time.
Right.
And he was saying that he thinks that college should probably evolve into basically just online school, because why spend so much money on these big old facilities and stuff like that when you could really just, have the content online, and then you save so much more money doing that. So, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that, but what do you think about it?
See, I personally would not want to do that because I don't like online school. I like human contact. And also, I feel like the college experience is definitely a thing that, like, it's part of growing up, is going to college, for some people at least. Going to college, having that experience, making those relationships and memories and stuff like that. And you can't really do that through a computer screen.
Right.
I think that's what going to a traditional college experience is more about, what clubs you join, the relationships you make, stuff like that, than actually learning, in my opinion.
Right.
Because you could just learn on a computer. If that was the only thing you wanted to do, yeah, you could take an online college. That's an option.
Right. That's what I'm saying, is that for those people, like you said, that's what you do, and for everyone else, then...
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, like, just imagine if high school was like this the whole time, to where it's just, just all online, and you never actually physically meet the people anything like that. I just feel like that.
Yeah, like K-12, I think it is. Mm-hmm. Is that? Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
There's a reason I'm not doing that. It's to avoid what we have to do anyway. Right now. So that's basically what I'm thinking right now, because of this stupid virus that nobody likes. Why did you have to eat a bat? Somebody ate a bat and caused this, I think. That's what I heard. Somebody ate a bat and now we have a virus. That's all I know.
And it's as widespread as it is, because it's making its way around. Because at first it was just, over in the east, and now it's made its way over to the west coast. Yep. And it's just going to keep going from there.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And then more people are going to get it. And it's going to keep going. And it's great.
But not only that, just the fact that how much it's affecting. Like, now, I just went to the grocery store yesterday with my sister, and everything was gone. So it's just...
Nothing.
It's wild and bizarre. And then on top of that, like, things are actually being rationed out to... Oh, wow. Like, you're only allowed to get, I think... I can't remember if it was 2 gallons or just 2 things of milk in general. Oh. So it's like that. You can only get like so much water, only so much toilet paper, everything like that. And I was like, wow. Because, you hear about that kind of stuff in history, like when you learn about in the history books.
Yeah, exactly. Like the World Wars.
Yeah.
The ration stuff.
Right, exactly. But seeing it happen like firsthand is...
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. You never think that this kind of thing will happen again, because we're like, oh, it's in the past. It's not going to happen to us, but it can happen to us, apparently.
All right.
And we really see that now, because this is, this kind of thing. Our lives have been I'd like to think pretty peaceful when it comes to, like, the world and history and stuff. Like, we haven't had another revolution or a civil war or anything in our lives. Right. I guess there's the conflict in the East, but other than that, nothing that really affects us that much.
Right.
This actually does that. So.
And nothing as crazy as like World War I or II or anything like that, where like there's a whole bunch of people just like dying and things like that. So, I mean, that's good, but at the same time, it's just, interesting. It's like basically this is the first big historical event, because in our generation, we haven't really had too many historical events happen.
I mean, the last big American tragedy was probably 9/11, and that was before we were born.
Right.
So.
Because we're the first generation that wasn't alive when 9/11 happened.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's been a while, though. It really has. It's been like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, that's really crazy to think about, too. And actually, even speaking of that, my mom, she was watching Rachel Maddow. I don't know if you know who she is, but...
No idea.
Yeah, okay. She's basically like a political, like, news I don't know if she's a podcaster or what, but she does kind of like live streams basically to where she talks about like politics and things going on in the world, stuff like that. And she was talking to this one guy who was saying that he feels like the effects that the coronavirus has been having in terms of the economy and just everything that's going to probably start changing from here on is probably going to have a bigger effect than even 9/11 had, because like the world changed so much after 9/11 happened. From what I've been told from so many people is that, you know, there's just so much that's changed, and they feel like that the coronavirus or the virus, my bad.
YouTube.
Yeah.
They're coming.
It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
But
but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's I feel like that's true. I mean, we're adapting, so that's good. And we're making preparations for this that we can use in the future in case this happens, like I said, again. Right. So that's cool.
What do you feel like might possibly change though from this time though?
Well, hopefully hygiene. Hopefully we can get people to clean themselves a little better.
Yes, can we get Smash players to take showers
that would
because
be good.
of that?
I would like that. And maybe the toilet paper companies can be more prepared for toilet paper shortages, I guess. But Americans kind of created that shortage themselves by going out and buying all the toilet paper. So I guess it's not all the company's fault. They weren't expecting this.
Yeah,
they were just creating their normal amount.
Speaking of the toilet paper, I saw this meme.
Saw a meme.
And it's like someone had a panic room and it was a bathroom, and on all tiles of the wall they had toilet paper rolls.
What?
All of
That gives me anxiety to think about.
I have to show you it.
It's
so funny.
Editor, insert the meme here. No, I'm the editor and I'm not doing that. So, yeah, I'm too lazy. Sorry, I'm not gonna show the meme. Look it up if you want. Yeah. I don't even know what it looks like at this point.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's hilarious.
Wow, that sounds. I don't like the sound of that. Toilet paper just on every tile. That's stressful.
Actually, I might be able to look it up because.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just don't understand what the thing about toilet paper is.
Yeah, it's not like this disease virus causes diarrhea or anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
People are just like, if we get locked in our house for 3 weeks, we want to go poo-poo and be able to wipe, I guess. I don't know.
Right, but it's like, if you want to wipe, you could just use a rag and wash
That's
it,
true,
technically.
Yeah. That's not...
Because you can survive without the toilet paper. I understand the food and stuff like that, but like toilet paper? I don't get that.
Americans like our comfort, I guess.
This is true.
We need our 2-ply toilet paper. Because everybody definitely has that. What is 2-ply toilet paper? Does that just mean it's thicker? I don't think I've ever had that.
I think it might be.
Okay, it's probably like softer or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's looking for the meme. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we have on the virus and what's keeping us inside. So
this isn't exactly it, but it's the same idea.
Oh wow! It's just stacks of toilet paper around a toilet.
This other one, I gotta see if I can. I'll probably look for it later, but
yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, so I guess that's the virus. Anything else that's going on right now?
Not really, but I mean, you know, since we're Smash players, I guess the Smash World Circuit is on hold right now because of the virus. And if you don't know what that is, basically for different Smash tournaments that are huge, that are called majors, basically, those were going to be kind of connected to where you could keep like one ranking through it, and it was going to have the highest prize pool of any Smash event up to this point. And now it's not happening because of the virus. Yeah,
everything's getting either canceled or postponed. I mean, all the sports at our school and every school,
and professional sports
aren't happening either. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, which I think that's probably the craziest thing, because there's crazy amounts of money in
definitely
in professional sports right now, and the fact that they're taking off, like,
that's people's jobs.
Yeah,
and they're just not making money. I mean, the professional players had plenty of money from playing already, so they'll be fine. But still, I mean, people so many people go to sports games, watch sports games, every weekend or all the time. So that stuff just stopping is crazy. It's such a big part of our society.
Right. Because I saw something else that was like, what are the sports players going to do? And it's like, yeah, honestly, though.
They should be able to live for a while, considering how much money there is in there. And they get paid pretty good, I think. Or some of them. But
did I say the players? I meant the watchers. My bad.
Oh,
the spectators.
You said the players.
I meant the spectators.
Spectators, yeah.
They're like, what are they gonna do? Because it's like, oh man, I love watching basketball, and it's
no more basketball for you. Better find something else.
No hockey, nothing.
Also, like movies. Like if they're shooting movies, they're probably stopping production. Because if you're shooting a movie, there's a bunch of people in one place.
Yeah.
I don't really know if that's affecting any. But I know movie theaters are closed.
It probably is, because even the Fighters Pass 2 for Smash Ultimate, that's getting delayed a little bit because of the virus, and they said that if anyone in the building gets found out to have coronavirus, they're completely stopping development until it's all passed over.
Wow.
So, I mean, everything is being affected right now. E3 got canceled this year. Yep.
E3? Isn't that in the summer?
Yeah.
What?
That got canceled this year, and
That's
they're looking for
sad.
online solutions. Game Developers Conference just got canceled. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Everything. PAX East, PAX West.
Yeah. I feel like canceling E3 might be a little premature, because that's, really far off.
Yeah, but they had to have the stuff ready for it by,
That's
pretty
true.
much now, because they got to start getting set up for it within the next few months.
That makes sense. Huh. That was really killing everything.
Right, and just think about the Olympics is this year, too.
No
That's in
more.
Tokyo.
No more Olympics. None of that. When is that? Is that in the summer?
Yeah, it's in the summer.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that still stays going, I guess.
Yeah.
Stays scheduled.
And Super Nintendo World opens same time around the Olympics, so whether that's going to open up or not, and Universal Japan.
Yeah. Oh, Disney being closed.
Yeah,
Disney never closes.
Yeah. That's really crazy, because there's buku amounts of money at Disney.
True.
And they're closed.
Yeah.
But they're like, Disney Plus will sustain us. It's all good.
Probably. Disney Air. We will charge you to breathe air.
I would really
Here
like
at
that.
Disney.
I would like that.
Apple Air as well.
Yeah, that's what I've been calling Apple Air for a while, because you got AirPods, AirDrops. All you need is just air itself.
There you go.
So it's a logical next step.
Apple Air.
It's gonna be like the
You
Lorax.
buy our oxygen.
You have to buy air in a machine.
Iron lung. Oh my gosh.
Yep. So, anything else you got?
I don't think so. I just hate being stuck inside, 'cause not seeing people.
Yeah.
I like people.
Yeah.
Listen, I need human contact. It's important to me. But I get it. I get why we're being quarantined. It makes sense. Don't want people to get sick or die, especially.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's for the greater good. So I get it.
All right.
But thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in to this episode about the virus, the evil virus. Hope you learned something, and I hope this was able to keep you entertained for almost 20 minutes while you're sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah, all right.
Let's go!
Yeah. Make sure to wash your hands.
Yeah, please wash your hands. Stay healthy. God bless, and peace.